Here are the best 5 locations to start building your base in Palworld. The requirements for this list is that the location is accessible from the windswept hills and that it's close to every resource that you'll need to get you to the mid-game. These resources are going to include wood, stone, palladium, and ore. If you disagree with my opinions, feel free to fight me in the comments down below. I will be making a tips video for building, but this video is all about efficiencies. So let's be very efficient and hop right on to our first location. Many of you will be familiar with this location, and every time I've joined a friend's world, somebody has built there already. This location is incredibly flat, which makes it perfect for building on, and incredibly easy to get to. The coordinates to this location are 231 and -488. It's right next to where you spawn, and the only reason why it's in the lowest position on this list is because you only have access to starter pals here, and there's a mammoth that you have a high risk of aggravating, and if it attacks your base, it's gonna whoop your butt early game. Well, this is definitely a great place to build your base. It also has the least of all the starting resources that you'll need. Wood here will be incredibly scarce. So for those reasons, it's ranked number 5 on this list. And if you like any of these locations, you should let me know by tapping the like button. Now let's get on to our second base location. This is where the areas start to get very interesting. This one is slightly into the red tree biome by the abandoned church. The coordinates are 86 and -413. Being located in the middle of a forest means you'll have access to all the wood that you need, and a cliff on your rear end protects you from being attacked on all 4 fronts. The best thing about this location is that directly up the hill is one of the largest ore deposits in the game. The negatives to this base is that hill as well, but because of the rock surfaces of the cliff, this location has a wider flat surface to build upon. Overall, this is still a fantastic place to build. Moving on to number 3. This location is the perfect example of high risk, high reward. Because of that, I really debated about where to put this location on this list because it might even deserve a higher spot. It has abundance of all the resources that you'll need to get you into the mid game, and its location relative to the syndicate camp means that you'll be able to catch high-level Pokemon, pals, very early on. The coordinates are -129 by 398, but its proximity to the Syndicate camp means that your base will be under constant threat of poachers, which is kind of inefficient. Number 2 is the classiest location on this list. Do you want some beachfront property? Well, you can have it. At the coordinates of 116 by -576, is a beautiful beachfront property. It's relatively flat, and there are 2 metal deposits in running distance. Furthermore, Vixies and many other valuable pals spawn on this peninsula, which also gives you a strategically defendable position against any raids that might come your way. The biggest downside to this base is how inaccessible it is. It takes a long time to get there at the beginning of the game, and if you have any friends that want to come visit you, it's going to take them a long time. Now, before I get to number 1, let me take a second to thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of these videos, you know what to do. Now, number 1. This place is my personal favorite. Just take a look at the coordinates. 206 -420. It's got a nice flat layer of stones for you to build your base on so that you can oversee all of your pals producing. The metal node here is dead center. If you need more, all you need to do is go up the hill across the bridge, and there's a mountain full of it. And if you build your base here, there is a whole forest of trees. Since this is the same location where the Tansies spawn, you'll have more wood than you know what to do with. Oh, and the views. You have a cliffside view of the ocean looking back to spawn. And to the north, there's a ruined castle that acts as a bastion against any invaders. The only downside of this location is that you must go through this ruined castle in order to access the Palladium. But the best part about this location is how close you are to the Shillette, which is the first boss that you will get in the game. And if you've already captured him, you can fight him again and again to gain experience. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And here are some videos of mine that YouTube thinks you might enjoy.